Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a great weekend, and thank you for taking the time to join me discussing the week ahead. What do we expect? Well, I think we have a bullish bias, dare I say. We've seen so much mainstream media, AI tech bubble popping, end of the world shenanigans, and yet we have a massive green bar off the 1 day 50 exponential moving average, which indicates strong buyers, right? So let's see if we can challenge these gaps and our downtrend for potential breakout in base of PUV as we did last week as well, right? So we did slip a little bit further than I expected, but there was so much fear in the market that this is what happens, right? You slip down. Bitcoin. Now, why do I have that bullish bias? Well, so we look at futures. We look at crypto to see where we're headed into Monday, right? It's kind of Sunday afternoon here. Well, we have a 1 hour reversal signal. We're going to pair that not only with the invalidation of this buy side liquidity, but a potential key level of the 1 hour 200 exponential moving average, right? So if we can hold this level, right, it looks good, right? So this moving out on the 4 hour has set up a market structure shift, right? So we're no longer making lower lows. This is a higher low right here via this order block, which is quite nice. So let's see if this can hold. We could potentially retest the order block and go. If it breaks down, then we'd retest back into it and die. Of course, we could just hold the key level and go from there if it's really strong. We are waiting for futures to open up still. If you're interested in that, it would be MNQ1, right? Let's see how this opens up, and then ES1 as well. Of course, you can check out crypto throughout the weekend to kind of get a good idea to all of this, right? Aside from that, right, I think that BYND is going to be kind of the black hole for the week. On Friday, it came out that JPMorgan had 1.3 million in call options, 700,000 call contracts, which is absolutely obscene, a ton of them. So if you guys have been paying attention to the channel, we called Beyond Meat weeks ago at like 50 cents, right at the start of it. And this went all the way to $9 almost, an absolute colossal run. At which point, it's cooled down, right? Really cooled down. We had our EMAs reverse, cooling down. And then again, we get kind of this bullish catalyst coming out. I'm not a big fan of JPMorgan, but it is what it is, right? If they're going to direct volume, we'll follow it. So looking ahead at Beyond Meat for the week, if we can reclaim a couple of these more important exponential moving averages, right? So this is the 4 hour. Let's go into the 1 hour here. So if this reversal can set and we can pair it again with our key level, we can potentially get a gap fill up to $2, right? What is this? 153 up to Simba, your tail's in the way. 194, about $2, right? And this is supported by the options chain aggressively. So there are so many calls here. The $7 November 21s kind of sticking out to me, right? As a potential call wall. So maybe we run into that and get slapped down from here. Moving forward, there's just so much at $2, right? 40,000 calls at $2, for the week ahead, right? On this week, because it is the 14th for this Friday. So a lot of juice here at 2, which is the fill of the gap, right? So I would expect that we go to 2 and we reject, that gap fill, as there's going to be probably a lot of people closing those $2 calls, right? I don't believe in Beyond Meat long term. It doesn't mean it's not a good turnaround play. You could exercise those calls if they go in the money, and then maybe sell cover calls off of that, as there's going to be elevated volatility here, right? So you could potentially capitalize on that. And then, if this $2 calls, they hold, and, that's enough volume to throw us through the gap, then, maybe we fill these old gaps, right? That still kind of exist, just an inefficiency in liquidity it exists, right? And that's only $273. That's nothing. And then we move into those $7 calls, which they're extensive. There's a lot of them there. Many of them may still be a little bit underwater, depending on when they were bought. Of course, if they were bought further enough ahead, I'm sure they're fine. But that's a lot of theta decay that they've suffered now, right? So, yeah, it looks good. The tendency is in the market when a meme stock runs, it's a black hole for volume. There's not going to be really anything else to look at. So, as long as the market itself continues to hold and look for a recovery, I think this is going to be the main play for the week. So just giving you all a heads up as to what you could watch moving forward. Thank you for taking the time. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Good luck this following Monday and through Friday, and we'll see you soon.